It'll go down as one of the most memorable days in the FAU athletic season. A televised finale in football followed by a home basketball game at the Borough had Owl fans and staff members alike buzzing on Saturday.
Straight from here, right to the Borough. Have a good time. I think it'll be really fun tonight.
I want to be at the Borough. I want to be at the Borough an hour early just so I can get amped up, because that's how excited I am about the smackdown that we're going to lay on South Florida.
So a day like today that can be exactly what you always wanted to be, where you just go from one game to another, is outstanding. So this is what I live for, and especially if we win, it's even better. So it's a great time to be an athletic director here.
The football portion of Saturday's doubleheader also carried a bit of nostalgia along with it. After 8 years of calling the Fort Lauderdale facility home, the Owls football program will be moving on with the new on-campus stadium set to open in October of next year. Saturday's game against Troy will go down as the final game the FAU football team will ever play at Lockhart Stadium.
Yeah, it's a big day. Our last home game here at Lockhart Stadium's been 8 years. I've been here for every game. So it's kind of a bittersweet time. We're sad to leave here. They've been great to us, but it's good to move on to a new stadium.
It's nothing special, and I think anyone that has been involved with the program knows that. But Coach Stillenberger has said a lot of times that this place has been a godsend, and that's true. Without it, FAU doesn't have a home to play football. Levica
has been calling FAU football and men's basketball games on the radio for the past 2 seasons and was up to the task of calling both contests on Saturday.
I personally have never done something like this before, where you've got a doubleheader. And this is done. I mean, Kirk Herbstreit, College Game Day, ESPN, he'll be out on the West Coast doing game day, and then he'll fly and do the Saturday night game with Brent Musburger. But this is a first for me. So football kickoff at 2 o'clock. I'll do the post-game show real quick, rush out of here, get to Boca, talk with Coach Jarvis, get my stuff ready for basketball, have the call at 8 o'clock in the Borough. It's going to be fun. It's one of those things where it's a grind and you're really pushing yourself. And the thing is, with all of that, though, despite that, it's fun.
It was a disappointing opening to the doubleheader as Troy wasted no time in jumping out to a big lead over the Owls en route to a lopsided victory. After the football game concluded, Levica quickly wrapped things up on the postgame show and then made a beeline to the parking lot.
All right, so we're going to pack this stuff in here and head up to Boca. We got some work to do. Got to get there. We're going to talk to Coach Jarvis real quick. And we're on the air at 7:45. So we've got about an hour and a half, but we got to hustle up there. And we'll talk to you again when we get up to the Borough. Hopefully, we will have a completely different outcome basketball than we did with football. But let's go to Boca. Here we are. We made it to the Borough. Everything ready to go here. So we are about 30 minutes from tip-off at this point. Been able to come, set up. I've done pregame interviews, talked with Mike Jarvis. Ray Taylor's going to be a halftime guest, so I got that knocked out of the way. And the crowd's starting to file in. This is a big day for FAU. This is important. I know the football didn't go so well, but to have a doubleheader like this and a team like South Florida come in, Big East opponent, with a team that's coming off a win over Mississippi State, FAU's feeling good about themselves. This has a chance to be something special, and it's not often that students can go to a football game and make the trip up and go to a pretty premier basketball game. So in the end, no matter how it turns out, this is going to be a pretty solid day for FAU athletics and for football and men's basketball in particular. So looking forward to it, and I'm holding up okay. I'm properly caffeinated. I'm ready to call the second game. The pipes are feeling good, so let's get after it.
time winding down in the second half and both teams struggling from the floor offensively, it was defense and free throw shooting that secured the victory for FAU, sending what was a packed house at the Borough into a frenzy.
Tucker the rebound. The clock hits 0. The Owls, for the second consecutive game, have beaten a team from a major conference. FAU 50, South Florida 42. And the fans are storming the court here in Boca. They are truly burying the Borough in red.
It was fun. It was great. I'm so happy for the kids. Every win is important. It means that we probably make up for maybe a win or two that we gave away earlier in the year. It all balances out. What most people don't know is tonight you saw red. You saw the building, the Borough in red. You saw the team in red. The uniforms that the kids had were bought by the students, student government. You know, Aiden, Hayden, Mike, and Evan. Those guys. You know, they went out and they got the uniforms, the red uniforms. We'll wear them a couple of times this year. And they basically got the kids to come out, passed out about 1,000 T-shirts. And it was a nice crowd over there. And for the players to look across and to see and to hear their fellow students cheering for them, that's huge. And then after the game, to be able to ring the victory bell, you know, with a whole lot of students. And I mean, it's really fun stuff.
Have you ever been raised up before like that?
You know what? I don't know. You know what? I can't remember the last time. It might have been back at Cambridge Ridge and Latin High School when I was coaching a kid by the name of Patrick Ewing. I definitely can remember being in the middle of groups, but no, they caught me by surprise, and I don't know. Those two guys probably got a sore back right now. It's a good thing I lost a few pounds.
Well, I'd say that was a little bit better than what we saw this afternoon at Lockhart. So how about that game? That's the conclusion of my day here. 2 games. Football, disappointing. Basketball, pretty good. A win over South Florida, can't beat that. Second win over a big conference in as many games. I tell you what, this was a great atmosphere, and this was a big day for Florida Atlantic. Last day at Lockhart Stadium, you're moving into a new era at the new stadium next year in Boca, and now you've got a basketball program that's on the rise, and this was a big win here tonight. What a day for FAU fans, and I tell you what, it doesn't get much better than that. So it's been a long day. I'm going home. I'm going to bed. Go Owls.